This video is a free drop servicing course that will teach you step by step on how I generated over $142,000 selling custom art on Shopify. Let's begin. Hey, what's up? My name is George and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a free drop servicing course. So if you watch this video and you feel like you want to learn even more in depth, then make sure to check out my complete drop servicing course. The link is going to be down in the description. In the past 12 months, I have generated over $142,000 selling custom art on Shopify. Not all of this was profit, of course, because I had to spend money on advertising. But if you want to learn exactly how much money I made or lost, then make sure you watch until the end of this video to find out exactly my profit loss statements. So let's start at the very beginning and break down exactly what is it that my business does. Full transparency, my business is called Benefique.com. The concept is really simple. Customers simply place their order and upload their photo that they would like to illustrate. That order then gets automatically assigned to one of our freelance artists who then draws that illustration and sends it back to us. We then take that illustration and send it to the customer. And as you can imagine, if we sell the illustration for $30 and we get it done for $10, we are left with a gross profit of $20. Now, before I get into the step-by-step of how to set up this business, I first want to get into the why this is such a cool business model. The first reason is that nowadays, everyone is a photographer. Everyone has a camera on their phone and people take pictures all the time. So there's no shortage of beautiful photos. However, the problem is that those photos easily get lost, never to be recovered. And I don't know about you, but every time I get a new phone, I kind of just give up on the photos from my last phone. So one solution to this problem is to capture that beautiful memory in a timeless art piece. And in a way, my business solves that problem. Let's say you got engaged or you had a wedding or maybe you just got your first child. And so in order to not lose those photos, you can actually create a minimalistic art piece that is going to remind you of that day. So in a way, my business solves a problem, but mostly I would say that people buy these portraits because they like the style and they want to see how their photo is going to look in that style. The second reason why I think this is such a cool business model is because you don't actually need to know how to draw. I mean, I'm the furthest thing away from drawing. Nevertheless, I own a custom art studio that creates portraits every single day. And so if you're wondering, George, how do you create these portraits without actually doing it? Well, the answer is pretty simple. I have freelance artists who are based all over the world who draw these portraits. I am just the person who organizes everything. You know, I have the website, I have the ads, I have the freelance artists, and I just connect everything, right? I get people to want to buy this and to actually buy it. I then get someone else to draw it, and then I actually get even someone else to send that finished product to the customer. And if I organize everything right, I should be able to be left with a profit after doing all this job. But for now, what I want you to understand is that if you don't know how to draw, that is absolutely not a problem. What you need to be able to do is you need to be able to be good with numbers and good with business in order to have this drop servicing custom portrait business. Because creating these portraits is just a technical problem that can be easily solved by hiring freelance artists. All right? Hope that makes sense. The third reason why I think drop servicing custom portraits is a great business model is because this business is born global. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever dreamed about creating an online business that you can run from anywhere in the world, travel, and your business is going to come with you just on your laptop? Well, this is it. Drop servicing custom portrait matches all of those criteria because you set up your whole business just from your computer, from start to finish. And once you have a business that is generating over 100,000 in a year, you can take it anywhere you want. You can go travel to Bali and you can have your business and you can work on it every single day. All you need is just your computer and internet connection. And the fourth point is kind of interrelated with the last point, is that everything is managed from your computer. Let's say, for example, that you do go to Bali and you like it there so much that you decide to stay there. Well, if you had a physical location business in your home country, then eventually you would have to go back to check on that business because things are most likely going to get out of order if you're not present. However, when it comes to this business, the online drop servicing custom portrait, you are actually making sure every day while you're in Bali or in the US or whatever you want to be that your business is operating. So your presence in the online business is not defined by where you are physically in the world. The only thing that you need is an internet connection and a laptop. From start to finish, everything is done from a computer. From getting the idea to creating the website, to running ads, to sending the portraits, whether they're digital or canvas, everything is done online. If there is a closest thing that comes to Wi-Fi money, that's it. Okay, so now that we have all the reasons why this is such a cool business model, it's time to get into the how-to step by step. There are going to be a couple of steps that lead you to the final boss of this battle, and I will talk more about that as a final part of this video. For now, this is the step-by-step process. Number one is you need to pick a style. There are many different styles in which you can create these illustrations. Some examples are turnmeroyal.com, mappyful.com, and turnedyellow.com. To make it easy for you, you can simply browse on Etsy and search for different keywords such as custom portrait, custom illustration, portrait from photos, and just browse around and see what you like. I chose the minimalistic portrait because I loved pastel colors. Another reason why I went with them is because there is demand for it. And this is very important. You want to pick a style that has demand for it. Do not reinvent the wheel. Pick something that is already selling and stick with it. Another piece of advice for choosing a style is to stay away from anything that is copyrighted. And I'm telling you this from first-hand experience. I used to own a website called turnschriftsy.com where we would turn people into Rick and Morty looking characters. And when I tried to scale that website using Facebook ads, one day I woke up to find out that my ad account was disabled. And the reason for that is because Cartoon Networks that owns Rick and Morty reported my ads to Facebook saying that my business violated their copyrights. So yeah, stick to something neutral because you don't want to invest your money into something and then just wake up one day to find out that your whole business was shut down. The second step is to come up with a logo, with a brand name, and brand colors. I don't want to brag too much about it, but I really like how Benefique looks. In my opinion, everything kind of interrelates. The logo, the name, the colors, it all kind of combines and matches each other. It has a distinct kind of that brown color, and I try to relate everything to that color. And that color also matches closely to the style of the illustrations. Moreover, the name Benefique actually means something. I came up with the name Benefique from 4 words. Beautiful, natural, feminine, unique. I wanted to associate these words with the brand. And so I knew that my ideal customers are going to be women, and so I wanted to cater to them. In regards to the logo, I kept things super simple. I just went with a basic font, just wrote it out, and that's it. The third step is to build a website. Now, I understand why many people can get stuck on this phase, but it doesn't have to be that way. And let me share with you what I think is the best strategy to go about creating a website. And by the way, this is something that I did myself. If you look at turnmeroyal.com product page, and if you look at Benefique product page, you can see that they are very closely matched. And the reason for that is because once I found turnmeroyal.com, I liked the website so much that I asked my developer to copy it one for one. And there's a simple reason for that. Turn Me Royal has over 200,000 visitors every single month. So this means that their website is converting well. And if their website is converting well, what is stopping me from copying their website and making sure that my website also converts well? So what I did was I used the most basic theme in Shopify. I hired a developer on Fiverr and told him, hey, listen, here's turnmeroyal.com. Here's Benefique product page. Make sure that Benefique looks like Turn Me Royal. And you know what I can tell you? This has dramatically improved my conversion rate and my average order value. And finally, once you have the website up and running, it's time to tackle the hardest part of this whole process, which is called marketing. Trust me when I say that everything that I talked about before, like the logo, the name, the style, the website, all of that is simple. Child's play. The hard part is marketing, getting exposure to your website. Because if you're not going to do anything about getting the word out there about your business, whether it's offline advertising, online advertising, SEO, Facebook ads, Google, if you're not going to do any of that, then you know what's going to be the result? The result is that no one is going to ever visit your store and no one is ever going to buy from you. And that is the biggest difference between an offline business and an online business. Because let's say that you rent a place somewhere in your town and you open a pizza shop, right? And then as soon as you open your doors, people who are walking on that street are going to walk into your store and some of them are going to buy pizza. But with online, it's completely opposite. If you set up a website, buy a domain, and make sure your website is available for anyone to visit, well, no one is going to know about your website. In order for people to visit your website, you need to get them to know about your business. You can do this by showing ads in front of them, for example, on social media. You can do this by buying ads on Google, for example, for a particular keyword. Let's say that you are doing custom portraits, so you buy ads for the keyword custom portrait. So when people are going to be looking that, some of them are going to be shown your ad, and some of those people are going to click that ad and go to your website. So the underlying thing here that I want to say is that you need to do some kind of marketing in order to get people to visit your online business. Now, the question is, what do? You're a beginner, you just opened up your first website and you have no idea what is better. Is it Facebook ads? Is it Google ads? What is it? And look, I want to tell you something which is probably doesn't sound that sexy and it's not going to get you too excited. But setting up an online business and making it profitable is very, very difficult, okay? The chances are that you set up a website, start buying Facebook ads, and you are going to start generating profit are next to zero. Because it's not only about how to buy ads on Google or Facebook. I mean, that's fairly simple, right? But there are more things that go into it that plays into this thing about creating a profitable business. Well, what are those things? Optimizing for a higher average order value, optimizing your conversion rate, and also optimizing your cost per acquisition. If those things sound complicated, don't worry, you will get a hang of them eventually. But to make it very simple for you, think about it as a funnel, right? A lot of people are going to see your advertising and only a fraction of them are going to buy. And along this funnel, you can tweak different things. Let's say, for example, you show your ads to 10,000 people. Out of those 10,000 people, 1% of them are going to click on that ad. 1% of 10,000 is 100. So showing your ads to 10,000 people, you're only going to get 100 visitors to your store. But then not every person who visits your store is going to buy, right? So out of those 100 people who do visit your store, most likely 2% are only going to buy from you, which translates to 2 people out of those 100 who are actually going to buy from you. Now, those 2 people who are going to buy, how much money are they going to spend with you? Are they going to spend with you $30 or are they going to spend with you $130? That is a difference between making money and losing money. So you can see all the different aspects that go into this. How do you get people to buy more? How do you get more people to buy on your store? How do you get your ads cheaper? How do you get your ads to be more viral? And so forth. So there are many components that go into creating a profitable online business. First and foremost, what I recommend you do is you start with search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is basically getting your store to rank in Google for organic traffic. Let's say, for example, you rank for the keyword custom portrait. So every time someone's going to search for custom portrait, your website is going to be on the first page. And so what this means is that you're going to get consistent traffic which is going to translate into consistent sales. SEO is a long-term thing. You need to invest for it for at least 12 months in order to see some kind of results. I know this doesn't sound too sexy, but in my opinion, this is the most sure way of going around online business. You pick an offer that makes sense, you build a website that makes sense, you then put aside money to invest into search engine optimization for the next 12 months. You chip away at it every single day, and then once you start getting consistent traffic and consistent sales, then you take that profit and you reinvest it into growing with social media. So marketing an online business is a whole thing of its own, and I can sit here for hours on end and talk to you about it. But I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want you to get started, because frankly, the best thing that you can do today if you're just getting started is to start. But that's the truth. If you are a beginner and if you haven't done anything, and if you're looking for some kind of strategy to get started, then you just need to find one that you really like, and then you need to stick with it for a long time. And when things are not going to turn out the way you want to, and you're ever going to get like doubts and think that, hey, is this even possible? Just look at Turn Me Royal, look at how much traffic they're doing every single month. Understand that that is a $2.5 million business per year, and then reconsider your thoughts again. For now, my piece of advice to you is get started, put money aside for the next 12 months investing into search engine optimization, and slowly learn things. Once again, if you want to learn more in depth about Benefic and see behind the scenes of the whole operation system, order management system, communication system, and so forth, if you really want to dive deep and see how I'm doing my marketing, because I don't do only SEO, I do many different things, right? Then make sure to check out my course. The link is down in the description. By the way, for those of you who stayed until the end of this video, as promised, here it is, my profit and loss. So as you can see right here, the net profit overall is minus $12,500. And although the gross profit is over $80,000, most of that went to ad spend. So this just shows that how important it is to invest into search engine optimization, like I said in this video. On this note, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to gently tap that like button if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Till next time.